Hollow 2 review. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to keep up to date with more of my content. Hey Switchheads, and I really do hope that everyone's had a good holiday so far. And oh yes, it's been a while since I've played an FPS, and a horror themed one at that. And just a quick disclaimer that this is the first entry that I have personally played of the Hollow series, but I do gather that it is a direct sequel to the first, but rather more upgraded, I think. And let's push on, shall we? Basically, you start the game by leaving your cryo chamber and having no memory of your past, or indeed who the heck you actually are. What you do get is a woman who appears to be your ex-wife or current wife or something like that, who kind of like gets her kicks out of torturing and, well, wanting to kill you. And so it begins. You are, however, armed with weapons. One that you start with, and it's kind of like got infinite amount of ammo to it, and others you kind of collect as you go along. Each of these weapons have a secondary attack, some a bigger hit, some you have to charge up, and some that you can detach and they explode, and electricity stuff and all sorts of different things. It's also worth mentioning that you get a flashlight or a torch for us Brits, and what self-respecting horror type genre game would be without one. Added to this, you also get syringes, and these have your regular health boosts and things like that, and also kind of a, in a way, not really, all sort of bullet time type thing where everything slows down and you speed up. And again, what sort of self-respecting horror FPS would be without them? As you progress, you will meet and destroy a good amount of weird creatures, and even some boss-like ones, smaller like boss-type ones that you'll meet here and there, and also great big boss ones.
My oh my, look at that big boy!
And I have to say, as you play on through the game, there is a good range of different like creatures that you have to dispatch. But some I had noticed that get used over and over and over again. Let us call these the standard ones. Luckily enough to keep the gameplay from going stale, you have like your missions that you have to complete, and also tasks that Lady Bitch gives you to complete, and also a good few puzzles to solve while you're at it. These are actually welcome distractions that do actually help break up the gameplay a little bit. Oh yeah. And let's not forget about the vending machines. These are basically used to top up all your extra ammo for your extra weapons, put up your main weapon, and also to get syringes like that bullet time-esque thing I mentioned before, and also varying health type syringes as well. I found the actual main game to play quite well, but I did have a few slow down frame rate issues here and there, mainly when a lot is going on in the screen or on the screen. I also experienced one crash where basically I was at the vending machine and it wouldn't let me pull out. You go in, do your bit, and then you come out, and yeah, it just literally wouldn't let me do it, so I had to go back to my last save point. As for the visuals, well, they kind of gave off a very Alien, the film, type vibe, and I did enjoy the cramped spaces and even the open spaces. It kind of like kept the game feeling different. The audio was also pretty decent, and yeah, it was a good experience with the chatter from the vindictive bitch lady being my highlight and being voiced even better. I also noticed the change in music from being alone to when you were being attacked. Felt pretty cool to have that effect. I also like the fact that there were barrels. There's always barrels in games like this, but I like the fact that they were here, you can blow them up. It was nice visually, and it actually hurt the actual creatures while she did it, giving the game at times a little bit of tactical like feel to it. The good. A nice atmosphere. nice chatter from Insane Lady, different weapons was kind of nice, story was an old one, but I don't know, it worked here. It was nice to have puzzles and tasks to do, it kind of split up the gameplay. But bad. Frame rate dips when the screen gets really busy. It crashed once on me, and some bits can get a little bit samey. The score! Okay, so as mentioned before, I haven't played a horror FPS in so long, and I really enjoyed Hollow 2. So much so, I think I'm going to actually go and pick up Hollow 1 to see how that one plays in comparison to this one. I'm also going to give Hollow 2 a great 4 out of 5. Yes, it had a couple of problems, but they were only here and there and didn't really distract from the gameplay. But all in all, it kind of highlighted to me what I've been missing for a good long while. A fun, well, not needing to think too much, blast fest. And to that end, I am going to pick as my alternative, well, Hollow 1. Surprise, surprise. I don't necessarily feel like you need to play Hollow 1 in order to play Hollow 2. It didn't really destroy the game or feel awkward to myself. I definitely got the gist of what was going on, so I think you could happily play this one and then go to the first one, almost like playing a prequel if you like. Or alternatively, pick them both up and play 1 and 2 straight after. It does sound like an evil plan, doesn't it? No, not really. Anywho, if you got any thoughts on Hollow 2, leave them down in the comments, that's where they belong. If you've indeed played Hollow 1, let us know down in the comments what it's like and, you know, whether you think it pretty well matches Hollow 2 as well. Feel free to trundle over to those like and subscribe buttons and click them if you haven't already. You will be doing a huge favour for the channel, and I thank you. And also feel free to come over to the community Discord. We're all a bunch of like-minded people. We need more people to come and chat with us. Happy New Year to you all, because life is better when we switch together.